Hello, everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening. My name is Andre. I'm one of the counselors for Kanata Educational Consultancy Services, and we have two very special guests that will be presenting their respective schools. We also have our counselor, Roy Cruz, our representative for Lambton College, Lorena Solis, and our representative from University Canada West, William San Juan. Okay. Hi, guys.
Hello,
Okay.
guys.
Okay. So an overview for today's event. The first one up will be Lambton College, followed by University Canada West, and a presentation from Kanata's own team. We will proceed with the question and answer portion after our presentation, and you may leave your questions on the chat box. Okay. Lorena, you may start your presentation whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone who is joining us tonight. I send you greetings from Lambton College. I am here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. So thank you everyone. Thank you Kanata for the invitation. And I want to start sharing my screen with you so that we can see my presentation. Let me know if everyone can see it. Is that okay? You can see it? Okay.
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So the first thing that I want to say is, oh, sorry, this is not the right presentation. It's this one. Okay. So the first thing that I want to say is that Lambton College is a public college in Ontario. That means that for the students who are willing to come to Canada and stay in Canada after graduation, if they want to apply for the postgraduate work permit, that will be possible, right? Because this is a public institution. I want to invite everyone to join our social media. Our YouTube channel right now is the most popular in Canada, so we are very happy about it, and I would like to invite you to follow us, because that's a perfect way for everyone to look at the videos, pictures, testimonials from students, including students from Philippines who are in Lambton, and you can see all the activities that we have for everyone. We also have our Instagram channel, so that's another way to be in touch with us. Lambton College was founded more than 50 years ago. It's the second oldest college in Ontario. So that means that we have a long experience with international education. We understand very well what are the objectives and the needs of international students. I myself was an international student a long time ago. So what we want to do is to support our agents and support our students to attain those objectives, which for many of the students is the permanent residency in Canada. So what we need to do as a first step is to choose the right program. When you choose the right program, it will give you the right skills to get a job in your field in Canada. And this combination of studies and work is what will give you the eligibility to apply for permanent residency. So the first step for you is to choose the right program. And how can you do that? Well, attending these informational webinars is one great idea. And the second thing that I always recommend is get in touch with your agent. Working with an agent is a very good opportunity to have all the information you need to get to select a good program and a good college. You need information. Making an informed decision is the best way to save money, save time, and best of all, get the best program for your interest, for your background, for your objectives in Canada. Lambton College has 3 convenient locations. So the first one where I live, where the main campus of Lambton College is located, is the city of Sarnia. As you can see in the map of Canada, the city of Sarnia is all the way to the south. It's the southernmost part of all Canada. So that means that we have a really good weather. It's not as cold as all the other parts, which are to the north of Canada. So that's a really good place to start because it's not so cold. Many students who come to Canada think that it's going to be very cold and they're going to be freezing to death, but no, it's not really that cold. The summers are beautiful. Right now we have really good weather, very sunny, very bright for everyone to enjoy. And then we also have a campus in Toronto and another one in Mississauga. So for those who have never heard of Sarnia, it's in the border with the United States. So if you have an American visa, you can always cross the border. To cross the border, all you have to do is cross this little bridge. In less than 1 minute, you will be in the city of Detroit. And this is the Blue Water Bridge. You can cross it for $3, 1 minute, and then you will be in the USA, in the United States. These students are walking in Canada, and those buildings that you see in the back here, those are in the United States. So it's a very good place to start in Canada, as I was saying, because it's a smaller city. So right now, this is one of the top 5 most affordable cities in Ontario. We have seen a trend from international students who used to come to Canada individually or in couples. Right now, there's more and more students coming with families. So for those students who are coming with families, they come with their spouse, with the children, even maybe some pets. So all of those are multiplied expenses that you will have. And even if you come as an individual or as a couple, you want to save money, right? So starting in a smaller city is always a good idea. It's easier to adapt, and the costs of living are less expensive, of course. I always want to tell the students that starting in one city or another, let's say that you start in Sarnia or you start in Toronto or Mississauga, doesn't mean that you have to stay there forever, right? So maybe you can start in Toronto and then you say, oh, I want to go to Hamilton, or I want to go to Brampton, or I want to go to Sarnia. You can do that. You can even do your co-op in a different city, as long as it is in Canada. So don't feel that you have to select something for a permanent dwelling when you are in Canada. You can always move after you finish your program. And the other thing that is really important about Sarnia is that we are located in a petrochemical region. Outside of Sarnia, there's a large industrial area where you can find more than 10 refineries and many production plants related to energy, gas, chemical production, of course. So that vicinity with the industrial area that is called the Chemical Valley brings the students at Lambton College many opportunities. We have a close relationship with the industry, so they donate to the college laboratories, robots, equipment, money. So they also provide opportunities for the co-ops and employment opportunities for the community and for the college. That is always a good thing to have, right? That close relationship with the industry. And it has also made Lambton College one of the top colleges in research. If you like research, this is also a good place to do that. We also have a campus in Mississauga. Mississauga is very, very close to Toronto. Actually, when you fly to Canada and arrive to Toronto, you are landing in Mississauga. It is one of the cities that is growing and growing all the time. Right now is the 6th largest city in Canada. It's very close to Toronto, and for some reason, it is one of the favorite places for Filipino students. I believe that there is a large Filipino community and they like to help each other. They like to help everyone to get a accommodation, get a job. So I really recommend Mississauga for Filipino students. And we also have a campus in the city of Toronto, which is the largest city in Canada. It's a very diverse city. You can find people from everywhere in the world speaking all kinds of languages. And being the city that has the commercial, industrial, and financial opportunities, it's also a great place to start your life in Canada. So as you can see, Lambton offers a different variety of campuses. So you can select if you want to go to a smaller city, you can go to a medium city, or you can go to the largest city in Canada. It also depends on the program that you want to select. Some of the programs at Lambton are offered in the 3 campuses, and some others are very unique or specific to one or the other campus. For example, the programs that are related to chemical production are only offered in the campus in Sarnia, because this is where the refineries and the chemical production plants are located. So it also depends on the program that you will select, the campus that you will be going to. But as I said, I always recommend starting in a smaller city because that will save money to you. It will make it easier for you to adapt to the Canadian culture. And it will also provide a deeper cultural immersion. I'm going to show you some pictures of our campus here in Sarnia. This is our athletics and fitness complex. We have the largest gym at this moment. These buildings that I'm showing you are brand new. We opened at the end of 2019, 3 new buildings, but then COVID happened, right? So nobody has really used them since then, and they are brand new for you to enjoy. So you don't have to pay anything else. It's already included in your tuition fees. If you want to join our teams, we have 7 varsity teams, including basketball, soccer, baseball, and some others that you can join, and they compete against other colleges and universities in Canada and the USA. We also have recreation teams. There's more than 50 different teams that you can join just for fun and to stay fit. We also have the Nova Chemicals Health and Research Center, where we have all the programs that are related to health. If you see these pictures, you might think, oh, this is a hospital, but no, these are some classrooms at our campus here in Sarnia. They were built to provide the students the opportunity to practice as if they were in a real life situation. And also they have clinical placements when they, instead of a co-op, they do clinical placements at, for example, pharmacies, hospitals, etc. We also have the Center of Excellence in Energy and Bioindustrial Technologies. As I mentioned before, we are in a petrochemical region. So what you see on the screen are robots, equipment, labs that the industry has donated to the college. Again, for students to practice what they need to know to go into the workforce here in Canada. For those students who like digital gaming, of course, we talked about physical activity, but now we are talking about digital games for students who like to compete, again, internationally with other universities or colleges. You can join our esports team, and we also have an esports management program. I would like to mention something that is really important at Lambton, and which are the co-ops. Co-op is a term, a semester where you will be working as part of your academic program. You will be practicing in real life what you learned in the books. So co-ops are really important at Lambton for several reasons, but one of them is that at Lambton College, you don't pay any tuition fees when you are in your co-op. So if your program has a co-op, usually in the fourth term, you will be working. These work terms are usually paid. So you will be earning money, but also you will be earning Canadian work experience, which is super important for you in the future when you apply for your uh, jobs or for your permanent residency. Oh, sorry, I skipped some. Okay, so here I have a table where we can compare the costs at Lambton College and other public college in Ontario. This is just for the purpose of comparing our costs. It's not to criticize anybody else. But as you can see here, the same program, this was a business program. Both of them were 2 years long. Both are offered in Toronto. Both of them are graduate certificates. That means the students who apply for this program required to have a university or college degree. But at Lambton College, this program had a co-op. As you can see here, co-op semester, yes, and the other public college, no. So that brings the tuition cost all the way down to $25,000 Canadian dollars for our program, 2 years long, while in the other public college, the total cost is around 40,000. So you would be saving around 15,000 Canadian dollars if you select Lambton. And the reason for this is that at Lambton College, we don't charge any tuition fees for the co-op. You can see here the terms. Those are the semesters at the college. The first three, in this case, for the program Business Management International Business, are these 1, 2, 3. Here you can see the amount that you have to pay for tuition, so around 7,000 Canadian dollars per term. But when you reach term 4, which is the co-op for this program, the cost is 0. That brings the total cost of the program for the 2 years to 21,400. So very, very good price for a 2-year program. And that is because we don't charge anything for the co-op. The cost for that term is 0. And on top of that, we have a scholarship program that applies to the Filipino students. This scholarship is 3,000 Canadian dollars in the city of Sarnia, in the main campus, for a list of programs that we have in the fall, that's in September each year. And in the campuses of Toronto and Mississauga, the scholarship is 1,000 Canadian dollars, and it applies to all programs, all intakes. We have more than 100 programs to offer international students, so I didn't write all of them here in this presentation because it would be a very long list. But these are some examples, some highlights of the programs that we offer in the different areas. In hospitality, we have programs related to culinary operations, hospitality, tourism, and hotel and resort management. I want to say that there is a big difference between Lambton and the other colleges in Ontario regarding our programs. If you have time to research, or if you can contact your agent, you will find that many of the other colleges have many diploma programs and just a few postgraduate programs. At Lambton, it's the other way around. Most of our programs, I would say 90% of them are postgraduates. And the other difference is that all of our programs are 2 years long. For those students who have already made their research regarding migration, if you want to stay in Canada after graduation for up to 3 years, the best option is to select a 2-year program or make 2 one-year programs. So it is better to select a 2-year program since the beginning, so that you can apply for postgraduate work permit of up to 3 years when you graduate. Some of the programs that we have related to project management are these. In Canada, everything is done through projects. So we have different programs related to program management, one related to leadership, another one related to IT, another one for construction, which, by the way, is one of the most popular programs. This one, construction project management, it's always the first one to close. So if you're interested in that one, I recommend applying as soon as possible. We also have the engineering programs, biomaterials, chemical lab analysis, food safety and quality assurance, chemical production and power engineering. So all the programs that are related to the petrochemical industry. We also have some programs in the creative design school. For example, photography, marketing management, digital media, e-learning design, which is very popular now with COVID online training, right? So we have already seen this one. And of course, we have programs in the IT area, very innovative programs and programs that usually guarantee a very good job here in Canada. So programs, for example, in big data, artificial intelligence, wireless networking, cybersecurity, and the favorite of international students, business programs. So we have business programs related to agribusiness, supply chain management, marketing, finance, international business. As I say, these are just some examples of all the programs that we have. These are some of the newest programs at Lambton College. And I hope that we will be seeing you here in Canada very soon. It's really easy to apply to Lambton College. All you need is your passport, your university or college or high school documents, depending if you are applying to a diploma or a postgraduate program. And the other thing that you need would be your proof of English proficiency. At Lambton, you do need a test to prove your English proficiency, but the good news is that we accept both general and academic IELTS. We also accept TOEFL, PTE, and for those students who don't have any of these tests, we have our own placement test. Our placement test is free of cost. You don't have to pay anything to take it. You can take it up to 2 times, and it's online. So you can take it from your home. You just have to contact your agent at Kanata to coordinate the test taking. Thank you for your time. And if you have any questions, we can talk about them at the end of the presentations. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for that very detailed presentation, Lorena. Now we will move on to our next presentation. So Sir William, you may start your presentation now. And again, audience, if you have any questions, leave them on the chat box and then we'll get to them later. Okay, you can start now, William.
All right, thank you, Andre. So guys, thank you so much for attending this info session. Hopefully, maraming kinatutunan sa diniscuss ni Lorena a while ago. Okay, so let me start. By the way, my name is William Sanwan. I'm the Business Development Manager of UCW for the Philippines. Okay, so let me share my screen. All right. Nakikita niyo na ba yung screen ko, guys?
Yes, we can see your screen.
All right, thank you so much. So I'll just turn off my video so that you can focus on my presentation. All right, so just bear with me. All right. Okay, so all right, so just bear with me. Okay. Sorry for that one. All right, so let's start. So University Canada West is a private university. It is a business-oriented university. Okay, so we are located or we are situated in downtown Vancouver in the province of British Columbia. Okay, so all throughout the discussion, I'll talk about University Canada West, the program that we offer, the support that we give to our students, career opportunities while studying and after graduation, some information about Vancouver, our campuses, and the next steps that the student need to take. Okay. So, as we all know, University Canada West is one of those 28 institution and the global university system. So, if you're familiar with Toronto School of Management, Trebas, Niagara College of Toronto, so we are in one company which is global university system. So, as I mentioned, we have a perfect weather and perfect location. So, we are located in downtown Vancouver. All right. So same as Lorena's mentioned, so hindi siya gaano malamig. All right. So may enjoy mo pa rin yung summer. All right. So since we are on the business district, so UCW students have unparalleled access dun sa lahat ng available na employer. All right. So ito yung ating campuses na meron. So we got two. So we got the current campus, which is the West Pender campus and the Vancouver house. So the good thing here is very accessible in transportation sa Canada. This new campus, the Vancouver house, this is proximate to the Granville station of the SkyTrain. So walking distance like that. So here is the West Pender campus. All right, so this new campus that we have, the Vancouver House, this is a state-of-the-art campus. It can accommodate 3,400 students. All right, and all those students na nag face-to-face na starting last year, dito sila nagsimula ng face-to-face nila. All right, so let's talk about UCW. So right now we got 6,500 students, and those students came from 100 plus countries. So if you're looking for the diversity ng mga students, so marami yan dito sa UCW. And the good thing there is, since diverse siya, the Filipino students have magkakaroon sila ng international connection. So lalawak yung network ninyo. All right. So also UCW rated as 5-star institution by QS Stars. So si QS Stars, guys, sila yung nagbibigay ng in-depth evaluation dun sa mga university. And also, our MBA is named as one of Canada's best online MBA program this year. And UCW is included on the best top 10 online university last year. Right. So as I mentioned kanina, we received a 5-star rating from the QS Star. So UCW is the 3rd university in Canada and first in British Columbia to receive the 5-star rating. Right? So there are only total of 7 other institutions in the United States and Canada to receive the 5-star rating. So included na to si UCW doon. And they based it to sa employability ng program. So which is ang pinopromote ni UCW is MBA. All right? So most of our students are women. Ang pinakamatanda natin is 66 years old. All right? And youngest is 17 years old. Ang pinakamatanda dito sa Philippines is 53 years old. She's from Cebu. So for accreditation memberships and accreditations and memberships and UCW MBA and Bachelor of Commerce is accredited by British Columbia Education Quality Assurance. For our MBA and Bachelor of Commerce, it is accredited by ACBSP and NCMA. Okay, so we got 4 flexible intakes. So compared to the other universities or other colleges, so we got October, January, April, and July. So marami kayong choices. So right now, if you feel that you're eligible or interested with University Canada West, you can apply for January intake or April intake next year. All right. For the employability, 100% of our MBA students find employment within 6 months because we are located in downtown Vancouver. So proximate na yung mga available na employer. Plus, there's departments sa UCW na tumutulong, nagbibigay ng help dun sa ating mga student. All right. So we also offer both online and on-campus classes. And for the financial support, this is for the bursary, grant, or scholarship na in-offer ni UCW or binibigay ni UCW. So I will discuss more on that later. So for the experienced faculty, all of our faculty here, or yung teacher natin, is, hindi sila yung by the book na professor. So they don't repeat those textbook. So ang ginagamit nila dito is yung kanilang years of experience dun sa real world. Yun yung sinishare nila dun sa student. Okay, so there's a notion that if you're a private university, or private school, you don't have PGWP. And in the case of UCW, all the programs that we offer are eligible for post-graduation work permit, okay, up to 3 years. All right. And for faster completions, the example is the MBA program. So instead of 2 years, you can finish that one for just 1 year and a half. And yung gagraduate nga na student right now, dalawang Filipina, natapos lang nila yung program ng 1 year and 3 months. All right. For same as the associated parts, you can finish that one for just 1 year and a half. For the bachelor's degree, you can finish that one for 2.5, 3 years, or 3.5 years. All right. So UCW also is on the designated learning institutions list. You can check it. Okay, so you can go to the website of IRCC. So pwede nyong tingnan dun kung nandun si UCW. And for the refund guarantee, so may tinatawag kasi tayong international tuition fee deposit. Before, nung pre-pandemic, ang hinihingi natin is 7,900 Canadian dollars. But we lowered it down to just 3,000 Canadian dollars para ma-secure yung seats. So for example, na-receive na yung offer letter ninyo, nagbayad kayo ng 3,000 Canadian dollars na initial deposit, then hindi tawag na lang na-refused yung visa ninyo. So that's the time pwede kayong mag-request sa amin ng full refund, ima-minus lang natin yung admin fees. Alright? But hopefully hindi kayo ma-refused. Alright? So here are the programs na in-offer ni UCW. So we got undergraduate program, the Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Commerce, Bachelor of Arts in Business Communication. And yung pinaka-popular natin program, which is the Master of Business Administration. So for Bachelor of Commerce, Bachelor of Arts in Business Communication, Associate of Arts, ito yung entry requirements niya. So yung K-12 na diploma and yung TOR. Then the average grade na hinihingi namin dito is just 83%. All right? And as you can see here on the third, it says there that academic IELTS of 6.5 or better with a minimum of 6.0 and writing band. So guys, you don't need to worry kasi on Pilipinas lang yung inalaw dito sa Southeast Asia ng UCW na pwedeng mag-submit ng Certificate of English or MOI in lieu of those English tests. All right? So let's talk about MBA. So bakit ba siya popular? Number one is because maiksi lang yung duration of studies. Okay? So as I mentioned, you can finish the program 1 year and a half. So I believe all of you guys, ayaw nyo na mag-aral ng matagal. Gusto nyo matapos agad yung program, okay, makagraduate para makapag full-time job agad. Alright, and also if you do have a leadership skills na gusto nyo i-enhance kasi nag-aspire kayo ng mataas na sweldo, mataas na position, okay, so this is the right program for you guys. Okay, so this is also the logical way para sa progression ng studies mo. Siyempre, kung graduate ka ng, yung start, di ba, is elementary, high school, college. So, susunod mo talaga is master's degree. Alright? So, ang maganda rin dito kay dito sa MBA ni UCW, this is non-thesis na MBA, but globally recognized. Alright? So, in this program, anyone can apply, no age limit. So, ito yung entry requirements natin. As I mentioned kanina, instead or in lieu of those English tests, the student from the Philippines pwede mag-submit ng Certificate of English or MOI. So paano ba natin hihingin yung MOI or Certificate of English? Okay, so you need to have those MOI or Certificate of English. For example, kagagraduate mo lang, alright? So you just graduated, pwede mo siyang i-secure o humingi ng Certificate of English or i-request mo dun sa registrar's office kung saan ka graduate. So for example naman, matagal ka nag-graduate, then you're currently working, you need to have the Certificate of English or MOI dun sa current employer mo. i-request mo yan sa HR. Alright? So, the grade na nire-require natin dito is yung GPA is 2.5 or around 85%. Okay, so in other school, nagre-require pag nag-apply ka ng MBA, nagre-require pa sila ng GMAT or GRE. Okay, dito sa UCW, hindi na namin kayo i-required niyan. Okay, so for example, graduate ka ng any business-related course, business ad or Bachelor of Commerce, then may grade ka na 2.5 or higher. So pwede ka na mag-apply for our direct MBA. So direct MBA ang tawag namin doon. Alright, so what if hindi business-related yung course na natapos mo? Kasi here in the Philippines, pangkaraniwang program na natatapos is engineering, nursing, IT, hospitality, and teacher. So if your program is included dun sa na-mention ko ng mga program, and you have a minimum of 3 years na supervisory or managerial experience, okay, so pwede tayong umappeal sa admission team para makapag-apply din tayo for direct MBA. So what if wala ka both? Wala ka nung minimum of 3 years na supervisory or managerial experience and wala ka ring business-related na course na natapos. Guys, you don't need to worry. Still i-accept pa rin kayo ni UCW sa program, but you need to go through the MBA foundation. So this is an additional 3 months and there will be an additional fee then. Okay, so even though idagdag natin yung 3 months to sa 1 year and a half, less than 2 years pa rin yung duration ng studies mo. So mabilis mo pa rin matatapos. Okay? So let's talk about the admission process. So for the application, so you just need to reach out to Kanata, all right? And these are the basic requirements na isasubmit natin. So as I mentioned, in lieu of those English tests, pwede tayo mag-submit ng Certificate of English or MOI. But I have noticed dito sa Pilipinas na pag yung student is magaling doon sa company, hindi siya binibigyan ng HR ng Certificate of English. Okay, but you don't need to worry, may last option ka pa, which is yung Duolingo. Okay, so Duolingo is an online test. It will cost you around 2,500 pesos. And ang maganda dito is you can have the exam anywhere, anytime kasi online siya. And unlimited din yung practice para ma-familiarize ka doon sa exam. Then if you will, iti-take mo na yung exam, the exam is just for an hour. Okay, and makukuha mo yung result after 2 days. And the validity of the result is same as IELTS and TOEFL, which is 2 years. And the passing score for this year is 115 overall and 100 sa writing. Okay, but yun nga, kung kaya nyo namang makakuha ng Certificate of English, mas maganda para hindi na kayo gumastos and mag-review. Okay? And the next one is the TOR, your diploma, yung comprehensive resume ninyo, and a copy of your valid passport. Ang magiging additional lang dito is for those married woman na mag-a-apply, kailangan yung marriage certificate as a proof of name change ninyo. So these are the basic requirements lang natin hihingin sa mga students. So ito yung ating tuition fees. So for our associate of arts, that is 36,540. For the bachelor's, it's 72,960. For the MBA, it's 36,840. And for the MBA foundation na madadagdag just in case, it's 7,375. Alright, so hindi pa dyan included yung ating scholarship or yung grant na ino-offer natin. So let's talk about it. So here are the scholarship na ino-offer natin for international student. But maswerte tayo, we're lucky here in Southeast Asia because we do have this Southeast Asia Regional Grant. So paano ba tayo magiging eligible? Paano ba natin siya makakuha? Okay, so guys, pag na-receive ninyo yung offer letter ninyo, automatic nyo nang marireceive for MBA yung 7,000 Canadian dollars. So how much is in peso? It's almost 280,000 pesos. For our bachelor's degree, it's 13,608, so it's almost 500,000. And for our associate of arts, that is 6,804, so that's 200,000 plus pesos. So ang maganda dito sa grant na binibigyan ni UCW, automatic siya. Hindi mo kailangan siyang applyan, wala kang isa-submit na any requirements para makuha mo yung C grant namin. So as soon as na maging eligible or ma-qualified ka at ma-receive mo yung offer letter mo, automatic mo na ma-receive tong mga grant na ito, lalo-lalo na tong 7,000 for our MBA program. And I believe we are one of those, university or school sa Canada na nagpo-provide ng pinakamalaking grant. Alright? So, guys, please take advantage of this grant kasi in-extend lang itong grant na to this year. But if you're planning to, apply for next year intake, pwede nyo na i-take advantage itong mga grant natin for this year. Okay, so ito yung sample lang ng ating payment plan. Just para makita nyo lang yung kung gaano siya kamura yung ating ino-offer na MBA. Alright, so the tuition fee is 36,840. So as I mentioned, automatic na 7,000 i-deduct pag na-receive ninyo offer letter. So your new total tuition fee is just 29,840. So that is for 2 years na. Alright, so if you're going to divide that into 2 years, so it's like parang 15,000 lang, almost 15,000. And the per annum na tuition fee sa Canada nagre-range na 15 to 18,000 Canadian dollars. So ibig sabihin, yung price ng ating MBA program is same as the regular program lang. And ang difference is, syempre, master's degree yung matatapos mo kay UCW. Alright, so 5 terms po siya. Then, as I mentioned din kanina, may 7,900 tayong initial deposit na hiningi before nung pre-pandemic pa. But right now, naka-lower siya sa 3,000. So once na ma-receive mo yung offer letter mo, magbayad ka ng 3,000, i-release namin yung letter of acceptance mo para makapag-apply ka ng visa. Okay, for example, nag-apply ka ng visa, napakaswerte mo na approve yung visa mo, that's the time babayaran mo yung remaining na 4,900 para mabuo yung 7,900. Alright, so babayaran mo lang yung 4,900 pag nakapasa ka na na-approve na yung visa mo. And babayaran mo yung 4,900 bago mag-start yung program mo. Okay, for example, nabuo mo na yung 7,900, this will serve as your tuition fee. Iko-cover niyo yung first term and the remaining amount will be carry over dun sa second term. So, ibig sabihin nun, guys, ang sunod yun ng payment ng tuition fee is nasa Canada na kayo nag-aaral, nagpa-part-time job na rin kaya. Alright, and the remaining amount will be staggered na. Okay, so as minimum as 6,000 per term yung babayaran niyo na lang. Okay, so wala pa dito yung miscellaneous which is minimal lang din. Alright, so this is just an example ng payment plan natin for our MBA program. Okay, so ito naman yung term intake dates na meron tayo. So we have fall, winter, spring, and summer. So right now, as I mentioned, if you feel that you're eligible, interested ka na mag-apply for UCW para dun sa MBA program, pwede kang humabol sa fall intake or January or spring next year. Alright? So ito naman yung letters na may receive nyo within 3 to 4 weeks na enroll ka ni, for example, enroll ka ni Kanata. So within 3 to 4 weeks, ito yung letter na ma-receive mo. First is the confirmation of application letter. Then the conditional offer letter. So if may kulang dun sa application mo, makikita mo yan dun sa pinakang conditional offer letter na ma-receive mo. But pag walang kulang yung application mo, yung mga documents mo dun sa application mo, automatic unconditional offer letter na ma-receive mo. But either dun sa conditional and unconditional offer letter, pwede ka naman magbayad na ng deposit na 3,000. Okay, so also may ma-receive ka sa amin na grant letter. So hindi lang namin sinasabi na eligible ka do sa grant, but may proof ka kasi bibigyan ka namin ng letter. And the last one is the letter of acceptance. So please take note of those letters. So also we do have this student support. So sila yung nagbibigay ng free of charge na support or assistance to sa ating mga students. Okay, so for example, pwede ka mag-request ng tutor, advisor, and coaches. And once na enroll ka kay UCW, you have unlimited access for Grammarly Premium and Microsoft 365 na magagamit mo all throughout the duration ng studies. So for the accommodation, we are partnered with forstay.com for our off-campus housing. But for example, wala dyan yung suitable dun sa budget mo, you can reach out to us and ask for another list. Or ang gagawin namin, in-network namin kayo dun sa mga alumni ng UCW sa Canada for the accommodation. Alright, so as I mentioned kanina, 100% yung ating employability because yun nga, nasa business district tayo, maraming available na jobs. Then tutulungan pa tayo nitong career development specialist natin. So ultimong resume, cover letters, bibigyan kayong tips kung paano gawin yan. And also sila nagbibigay ng tips on how to pass your job interviews. Ito rin yung department na nagkakandak ng job fair, career fair. So from there, mag-i-invite sila ng partner companies. And from those companies, doon ka mamimili ng company and position na apply mo. So talagang meron kang trabaho while study and after ng graduation mo. Okay, so these are some of those companies kung saan nagtatrabaho yung alumni natin. Some of them is approximate lang dun sa campus natin. All right, so I believe I'll stop there. Back to you, Andre. Thank you so much, guys.
Okay, thank you so much for that wonderful presentation, Sir William. Now we will proceed with Kanata's presentation. It will be presented by our very own counselor, Christian Roy Cruz. So Christian, you can take the stage now.
Hello. I'll just share my screen. All right. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, Kate.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So welcome. Thank you for the presentations earlier, Sir William and Lorena. So welcome to Kanata webinar. So our tonight's topic will be who we are as an agency, our services, or what can we offer to you guys, and about Canada, our process, where to start, and your opportunities during your student life, and what's next after your school. So about us, we are the leading, one of the leading educational agency in Manila for Canada, and with over 5 years of experience in visa processing and student consultation. So we are directly working with schools in Canada. So Kanata originates from the word which means village or coming together, which the Canada originates from. Okay, so our services. We help the students to achieve their dream by providing our services at no extra cost. So earlier there are some questions asking for the agency fee. So to answer that question, we don't collect any processing fee. So later on, I will explain why and what are the fees that you need to expect or what you're expecting to pay. So first is we provide fee assessments to students prior to application. So you would know what programs you need and what schools that we can recommend. So for students who wanted to have a degree in MBA, we would recommend UCW, and for the programs with like construction project management, we could go to the Lambton College. So we represent the school. Sorry, we represent you to the school that you choose to apply. Documentation. So we provide a comprehensive list of requirements and guidelines for your visa applications, and we assist you throughout the visa process. So from start to finish, from choosing from program recommendation until your visa approval, we will be there for you. And Canada is the second largest country by land. So with 10 provinces, 3 territories, and 4 regions. So we have our school presenters, which comes from British Columbia, and with Lambton College, located in Ontario. So about Canada, what do you have there? So it has an international accreditation, affordable comparing to other countries like US, Australia, and UK, and they have a diverse culture and society, health and safe community, global language education, and exciting campus environments, world-class innovative education, possible migration, which everyone is looking forward to, and unlimited opportunities with Canada. Okay, so we are going to with the benefits of an international student, but before that, we have to remind ourselves what would be the restrictions or the standards we need to follow before we enjoy that benefit. So about that, always enrolled at a DLI or designated learning institute, which is our presenters are have their DLIs. So and then make progress towards completing your program. So you need to finish and comply with the school requirements, respect the conditions of the student permit, stop studying if you do not meet the requirements, meaning you have to leave the Canada when your permit expires. So there's you cannot overstay. So here's the first benefit. So you can work while you're studying. So work has a key categories. You can do on campus, off campus, and co-op. So what are the differences? So for on campus, you don't need a work permit. You just need to be a full-time student with a valid student permit. However, second of all is the off campus. You don't need a work permit also, but you have to the program has started already and you're enrolled. And lastly, for the co-op, it's usually incorporated with the program. So it's like an OJT here in the Philippines. It could be paid or not paid. Second, rules for working as an international student. You can only work for 20 hours during your school semester or part-time. So, however, during your semestral breaks, term breaks, holiday breaks, you can work full-time or 40 hours. So, you can also have the second benefit of an international student, which is the postgraduate work permit. So, meaning if you graduated for a program with less than a month or the program duration is less than 8 months, you will not be eligible for a postgraduate work permit. Second is if your program is 1 year, you are eligible for a 1 year program, 1 year postgraduate work permit. However, for that 2 years program and above, you will be eligible for a 3 years postgraduate work permit, which extends your stay in Canada. And last benefit is you can bring your dependents. So these are the only three categories that you can consider as your dependents. So your spouse or your common law partner and your children. So you cannot bring your siblings, your aunties, your parents. Next is what are the documents needed for the application. So you are required for a valid passport, birth certificate, academic transcripts, diploma, certificate of employment, valid IDs, IELTS result if needed, and of course a resume. So what are the process? So step one is you need to consult with a counselor. Why? You need to have a tailor-fit recommendation from the counselors. And next is you need to gather and submit the required documents required by the school for the application. And we will apply to a designated learning institution. And then next is we will wait for the letter of acceptance. After that, you have to confirm your slot with the chosen school by paying your tuition fee. After you get your slot and you paid your tuition fee, we will assist you for you to get a medical appointment so you can have your medical test. After that, we will also help and guide you with the visa requirements. So we will be sending you a comprehensive list of requirements. And lastly, we will submit or lodge your visa application. So we have two kinds of visa applications. So later on, I would explain the comparative of that visa application. So first is what we call the regular stream, the most preferred option of visa applications of students. Second is the study direct stream, which is a very straightforward, hassle-free type of application. So for regular stream and study direct stream, for regular stream, you have to pay or you need to pay a 1 semester tuition fee. While in study direct stream, you need to pay 1 year tuition fee. So for the regular stream, since you have a sponsor, you have to provide a proof of financial capability in a form of bank statement. So that needs to be a 1 year tuition fee and a 1 year living cost of 10,000 Canadian dollars. While in the study direct stream, you just need to purchase a guaranteed investment certificate, which amounts to 10,000 Canadian dollars. So for regular stream, there's no IELTS required, but in study direct stream, you need to take up IELTS and have a score not lower than 6.0. So, and of course, they both require letter of acceptance from the school, study plan, and proof of identity. So we will help you to review these documents prior to submission. So again, we don't collect processing fees, but we do collect security deposit amounting to 10,500, which is 10,500 pesos only to start your application with the school, and for we can help and assist you with the visa application. So this is consumable for the visa application fee and biometrics fees. So take note, we don't collect processing fees. So we just need your passport, resume, academic transcripts, and the payment of the security deposit. You can already enjoy the free assessment, unlimited consultation, free assistance, and so that's our scope of services that we can provide to you, and so that's it. And then follow us on our social media platform, so you can contact us on our mobile number, our Facebook page. If you have inquiries, you can email us, inquiries@kanataedu.com. Our Instagram is all Kanata Education. And if you want a personal or you want to visit us on our office, it is located at the Enterprise Tower at Ayala Avenue, corner Paseo de Rojas in Makati. So you just need to message us prior to your office visit. And then please look at our or watch our educational videos with our education counselor, Miss Catherine, in YouTube. So she provides a lot of success stories from our students, and she's giving tips and tricks or the updates on the study in Canada processes. Okay, so through Kanata, so we are looking forward to your applications, and we are the floor is open for the Q&As.
Okay, thank you so much for everyone that presented tonight. We will now be proceeding with our question and answer portion. So if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments or in the chat below, and then we will proceed to answer them. Okay, so our first question here. So assuming the student has a certain medical condition, will the school cover for the medical expenses, or will they provide any assistance? Okay. So how would the school go about that, Lorena and William? Let's go for Lorena first. So do you cover any medical expenses?
Well, yes, the tuition fees include the health insurance for the students. If the students are coming with their family, let's say a spouse or children, they can also add the dependents to their insurance policy. So to answer the question, yes, insurance is included in the tuition fees at Lambton College.
Okay, thank you for that. How about William? How about for UCW?
Okay, for UCW, the medical insurance, which is the GuardMe, it is separate, but they can apply for it. Okay, then we can also charge it to the deposit that they already made. Okay, so that's it.
Okay. Roy, do you have any questions on your end?
Yes. This is for Sir William. So is business owners accepted in for MBA program, or
Yes, of course.
what are the additional requirements they need to provide?
All right. So yes, please make sure that you have the business permit under your name. Okay, you can submit that as an additional documents. Then please make sure also that you finish, bachelor's degree. But if you don't have bachelor's degree but you own a business, so you will not be accepted. So please make sure that you graduated 4 years with your business permit with your own business. Okay, so you will be accepted.
Would you mind if I ask a follow-up question? For example, they have graduated their bachelor's degree and they have their own business. Wouldn't that technically make them, well, they're the business owner, so they have to issue their own MOI, or is it not required anymore?
Okay, the MOI should be coming from the business itself. But
I see. Okay.
yeah, it should be. It should not be signed by the student,
Okay.
of course.
Okay. Okay. Understood. Understood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, a question for Lambton. What score do we need to achieve to pass the English test? And how many items are the English test? So that's the question.
Thank you. Yes, the minimum score to pass our placement test is
Mhm.
75 points. Okay, so that is equivalent to a B2 level. If you took the IELTS, that would be 6.0 with no band less than 5.5. In PTE, that would be 59 points. And in TOEFL, 79 points. So in our test, it's 75. If you are very close to that score, let's say that you score 74 or 70 to 74, which is very close to the 75 we need, you can retake the test a second time. And then also I want to mention that the test doesn't have a specific amount of questions. There is no specific number because it's adaptive. So depending on how you are answering, it can be longer or shorter. It's 90 minutes long maximum, but most of the students end in less than 1 hour.
Okay. Thank you so much. Roy,
Yeah.
any questions?
Lorena, I have a question. Do you have a programs that particular with healthcare and practical nursing, something like that?
Yes, yes, we do. I invite everyone to visit our website, which is www.lambtoncollege.ca/international. But we do have many different programs related to health. As you saw in the presentation, we have beautiful facilities for the health programs. For example, for nursing and medicine doctors, we have a program that is specific for them. It's called Advanced Healthcare Leadership. It's for administration of hospitals. And then there's other programs like gerontology, therapy, so many different programs. We have more than 100 programs. So I invite you to visit our website, or best idea, contact your agent at Kanata because they are the experts. Thank you.
Thank you, Lorena.
Okay. So we have a question from our YouTube audience. Okay. Do the schools have a summer break? And if they're going for a, let's say, an October intake or a September intake, will there be breaks in between the programs, or will it be a continuous study? Okay, let's start with UCW.
All right. Thank you for that question. Actually, for the sem break, so yung tinatawag natin sem break, the student can ask for that one after 3 intakes. So that's 9 months. So that after that, they can ask for the 3 months sem break. All right. But they can also request from the registrar's office the a week and a half per term every term. So yung pagitan ng mga term, pwede silang mag-request din nun. But usually, for the Philippine student, ang ginagawa nila, iniipon nila. So they will take those 3 intakes first, then gagamitin nila yung 3 months nila na full-time for, for full-time job. So,
Okay.
ganun ang ginagawa nila.
Okay. How about for Lambton?
Thank you. Yes, for Lambton College, we have 3 different intakes. So we can start in January, May, or September. And depending when you start, that's when you will get your break. Usually the academic break or that vacation period is after 2 terms. Here at Lambton, the terms are 4 months long. So you would get your vacation period after 8 months usually, right? So you study term 1 and 2, and then you get your academic break. That would make the first academic year.
Okay, thank you for that. Roy, any questions on your end?
Yeah. How about the part-time work opportunities near the area of our campuses of, let's say, Lambton and UCW? So, Lorena, how about the part-time opportunities near the campuses? Is it how many? How do you tell that? Is it available to international students also? Hello.
Sure. That's a great question. I think that many students have that same doubt because they all want to start working as soon as they get here. So of course, it depends on which campus they go to. If they go to the Toronto campus, of course, there's thousands of opportunities in Toronto for part-time jobs, but there's a lot of competition as well. Just remember that in Toronto, there's many universities, there's many colleges, and all the refugees and people from all over the world come into Toronto. So there are many opportunities, but it's also competitive. Mississauga is very close to Toronto, so kind of the similar situation, but the good thing about Mississauga is that it's not so expensive as Toronto, right? So you would be able to manage your money better. And then in the campus of Sarnia, which is our main campus, lots of people think that smaller cities, there's less opportunities, but I find that it's not really that the case. Here in Sarnia, for example, we only have 1 college and no universities. So people looking for jobs are only the students. This place in Sarnia is very warm compared to other places in Canada. The weather is beautiful and we are on the shores of Lake Huron. So there's everywhere you go, there's the beach of the lake. It's so beautiful that many Canadians select Sarnia to retire. So there's a lot of people who are not working. They are only retired here, but they use the services and they buy the products. So it gives a lot of opportunities for the international students to get a job. I was interviewing some students last week because we needed a social media ambassador and we wanted it to be a student, right? Because they have the best ideas for social media. So I asked all of them, how long did it take for them to get the job when they first came to Sarnia? And some of them were saying 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, 2 weeks. That's what I heard from them. So I think it's a really good option. Thank you.
Thank you, Lorena. How about Sir William?
All right, so thank you for that question. Actually, maraming part-time job na available kasi nasa business district tayo eh. So I got hindi lang 1, 2 students na nagtanong sa akin kung pwede ba sila mag-stop na ng pag-aaral kasi sobrang na-overwhelm sila sa trabaho. So nung pa lang sila kumikita ng Canadian dollar, then maraming available na trabaho. So yun. So also British Columbia is one of the province sa Canada na pinakamababa yung unemployment rate. So marami talagang trabaho siyang available. And as of now, right now, ang per hour na ngayon sa British Columbia or sa Vancouver is $15.20. So malaki na rin. So maraming, if the student is asking for part-time job, maraming part-time job na available po tayo.
Okay, thank you, Sir William. Andre?
Okay. Yes, I have a question here. Okay, I think this is for Lambton. So for a registered nurse, would she need to have clinical experience to qualify for nursing programs, or would a license suffice?
No, she doesn't have to have experience. It can be someone who just recently graduated. Of course, it depends on which program she's applying to. We would need to see her university or college transcript and diploma, and that should be enough if she doesn't have experience. If she has experience, that's great, but it doesn't have to be in a hospital. Maybe she's working somewhere else as a nurse, right? So each case is different, but I think that you're good to go. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you. Uh, okay, here's a question for UCW. Okay, UCW mentioned their partners and their affiliates earlier. So a student here, a potential student is asking, will they be having, do they have like practicums or work placements with their affiliates, or will they be, is there any, I know there's no thesis, but is there like any work experience or OJT kung tawagin?
All right. So that's a good question. Actually, meron tayong offer na internship. Okay? So yun
Okay.
yung exit program ninyo. But this is not mandatory. So the student can choose kung gagawa sila ng research or mag-internship sila. But yung company is magpo-provide is si UCW. So magti-take sila ng exam. Pag nakapasa sila doon sa company na yon, so doon sila matatanggap. Then, if they're going to ask, paid ba yung internship or not? Depende sa company na makukuha nila. But meron tayong internship.
Okay. Okay, Roy, any questions on your end?
Yes. Someone is asking our services. So does the spouse eligible for work permit and the children for student visa TRV? So to answer that question, we of course we don't collect processing fees, but for dependents, I just want to highlight for everyone, that's the only time we collect processing fees. So if you want a further details about it, please book a consultation call. And for Lambton, I have a question here. Do you accept college undergrad or applicants that hasn't have a bachelor's degree?
Yes, for sure. We do have diploma programs. I was just mentioning that the number of postgraduate certificates are bigger, right?
Yeah.
We have many postgraduates, but of course, we do have diploma programs as well for students who just finished high school.
Yeah. Okay. So they don't need additional requirements for that?
No. With their high school documents should be okay for any diploma programs.
Okay. Thank you, Lorena.
No problem.
Do you mind if I ask a follow-up question for that, Lorena? Okay, since there's been a recent curricular shift in the Philippines, so older or more mature students usually graduated from high school with only
Grade 10.
yes, grade 10. So would they need to augment that with 2 years of college, or is that not needed?
Well, if they have any other education, it's great. They can also provide some job employment certificates. If they have been working since they graduated high school, that's also taken into consideration. So if they are applying to a diploma program, high school documents should be enough. If it's added with experience at the job, that's great as well, but not needed.
Okay, thank you, Lorena. Okay, so here we have another question. Okay, what type of jobs are available for the respective schools on campus? Okay, so let's start with University Canada West.
Okay, so we offer peer-to-peer. We call it the peer leader. So available. Brand ambassador. All right. Then some, student assistance. So we offer that on campus. Actually, one of the student that I assisted, it is on YouTube. So she is now the UCW brand ambassador, si Syra Micah. So yun nga, so she is somewhat like peer leader, or if you go to the website of the UCW, pwede mo siyang ma-chat. So siya yung sumasagot doon sa Unibody. So yun yung mga available na on campus namin na jobs.
Okay, how about for Lambton? What are the available jobs on campus?
Well, they could work in any of the departments and services that we have at the campus. So for example, they could work at the restaurants, they could work at the library, in the different offices. We also have students working, for example, at the international department. They can also be ambassadors, as University of Canada West was mentioning. For example, our health insurance is with GuardMe as well. So we have GuardMe ambassadors, we have social media ambassadors. We also have ambassadors at the beginning of the term when we have our orientation for the new students. It's other students who have been with us for a longer time who are the ambassadors. So there's many different opportunities. It depends on when they come, right? Because the opportunities are open for everyone. So once they arrive and they start their program, they can go into our website, they can access their student platform and find all the current job opportunities, but there's a range of different options.
Okay, we have time for one last question. So Roy, do you have any on your end?
There's nothing from my end. I'm all good.
Okay, well, I have one last question. Do the schools have their own transportation services, or would they need to have their own medium of transportation? Okay, let's start with UCW.
I believe that we don't have one. Okay, so but we do have a parking lot, so it's a paid parking. So
Okay.
they can bring their own, cars. But the transportation in Canada, I mean, in Vancouver is very accessible. There's a lot of buses, trains that they can, so it is easy to travel.
Okay, how about for Lambton?
Thank you. Yes, in Ontario, public transportation is the best way to do it, to move from one place to the other. Toronto can have a lot of traffic. So public transportation, the subway is usually faster and less expensive. And here in Sarnia, public transportation works for everyone. We have a residence inside of the campus. So some students don't even need to take the bus or a car because they're inside of the campus. And many students in Sarnia have a car because they can save money, right? Because it's less expensive to live here, so they can afford to buy a car. But you can get everywhere in less than 15 minutes because it's a smaller place. So it's depending on where you go, but it's usually easy to use the public transportation.
Okay, thank you everyone for attending this webinar. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to learn something new with us. And again, thank you to the representatives, Lorena and William. Thank you then for Sir Roy for accommodating. So let's wrap this up. I hope everyone has a great evening and a happy weekend. Okay.
Thank you so much for having us.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Keep safe, guys.
Happy weekend, guys.
Yeah, have a safe weekend. Bye.
Bye-bye.
For the presenters earlier, please stay on the Zoom room. Thank you.
Okay, let me just take a photo with the school representatives and the counselors. Thank you so much. All right, ready? One second. Ready, 1, 2, and 3. One more. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you so much, guys. Have a happy weekend.
Happy weekend, guys.
Happy weekend.
Have a
Thank you
safe
for
weekend.
everything.
Thank you, Lorena. Thank you, William.